Should you be concerned about flood insurance here on Cape Cod? If you're thinking about buying a home and don't know where to start beyond just the real estate end of it, I've got a special guest today that's going to talk about flood insurance, hurricanes, hurricane season here on the Northeast, but especially on Cape Cod. Flood insurance is a real concern of many home buyers and homeowners here in Cape Cod. So today, my special guest is insurance expert Allen Gellerman with William Ravis Insurance. I'm Linda Whitcomb, your local Cape Cod realtor right here in Cape Cod. So let's come along and listen to this short little video on the 5 top things and questions that come up when thinking about buying a home on Cape Cod in any of our flood zones. Today I have something special for you because we are in hurricane season right now here on Cape Cod. And what is important about homeowners here in Cape Cod, primary home or second home, vacation homes, what's important and why to have flood insurance. Please let me introduce Allen Gellerman here is a William Ravis expert in insurance. So welcome, Allen.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about really, first of all, any experiences with clients that went through Ian down in Florida that you're living through their nightmare right now, what they could have done different. Is there a little story or something?
Yeah, so basically I deal with a lot of couples in Florida who have condos. And they're elderly couples and they're no mortgages, no issues. They don't need to have flood insurance. And I told them last year, I begged them last year actually, a couple of them, please get flood insurance. It costs very little. Oh no, my HOA takes care of everything. I'll be fine. They have a flood policy.
Okay.
Well, come to find out, the HOA didn't have a flood policy in some cases. Another case where the HOA did have a flood policy, but there's another section of the insurance they didn't have, which is called loss assessment. And loss assessment basically covers the deductible that the HOA would have on a flood. So in one case, I had a customer with a $75,000 deductible.
$75,000 deductible.
Yes.
For me, that would take me out of the game of renovating. I don't know about you, but think about the home you own or the condo that you own. $75,000 out of pocket in any economy at any time is going to be a pretty giant hit. So how do you not get stuck in a situation like that? What can somebody do?
So when I open the regular policy, which is an HO6 for a condo, they have an endorsement put on there. It costs probably $50. It's called loss assessment. They will cover up, for instance, Arbella, they will cover up to $75,000 on the condo homeowner association's deductible.
Okay.
And this was the problem that customer had. They had a $75,000 deductible. Flood insurance will not cover the deductible, but if they had the HO6 with that endorsement, it would have covered that.
Okay.
And now they wouldn't be out $75,000.
So being aware of your deductible, what's being offered for your insurance, makes a difference.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Every little detail counts in insurance, and a lot of customers only think of the best price.
That's where I would start, so I get it.
You get what you pay for, unfortunately, because all the insurance companies have the same policies.
So what happens if somebody doesn't have an HOA? What if they're just a freestanding home here on Cape Cod? What do they look at? Do they have that risk assessment?
The loss assessment
Built into it?
So that's more important for an HOA and a condo. When I look at a home policy with a flood policy involved, I will automatically look and see if it's in a higher zone that the bank requires insurance.
Okay.
If it doesn't require insurance, I will still tell the customer to get it because, like we had mentioned, the water is all around the Cape.
Yes, so let's go there for a second.
Okay.
We were just talking about this before we went live on air. All of Cape Cod is in a flood zone. It doesn't matter, but what does matter is what zone you're in.
Right.
Okay? So just know that up front. So if you're shopping and thinking about buying on Cape Cod, know you're in a flood zone. I mean, look at the topography of our country, and Cape Cod is, at sea level. But know that going in. But the cost doesn't mean it's going to break your bank. So as low as, Alan was just talking about his own home. and what his flood insurance is. So why don't you share that?
So my house is in an X zone, which is minimal risk, least amount's going to happen to it, and unlikely they hit with a flood. But I'm still surrounded by water. And I said, well, let's price it up anyways because it's $250,000 or more. I can customize it to cover your home because your regular home policy won't cover floods. And all of a sudden, a hurricane, Zelda comes through, and they say that's coming through. And automatically, insurance company's going to say, "Oh, it's a hurricane. You have to go to the flood zones." I paid $540, I believe it was, for the year.
$540 for the year.
Yeah. And every house, it varies depending on how close the water are, the levels, different factors. But I know that if a hurricane came through, I'm covered. Coverage is important.
So it begs the question, who should be carrying flood insurance?
Everyone.
Okay.
Anyone down the Cape, if you want to live around water, that's one of the things that come with water, floods.
So what if they don't have a lender involved that requires it? If you're a cash buyer, you're buying a property, should you still have flood insurance?
Yes. Would you rather throw $250,000 away or spend $540?
Why is it really important? I mean, being a flood insurance expert, just like a surgeon, what Allen brings to a homeowner in the discussion of even buying a property is invaluable. So why should someone work with an expert? Like a brain surgeon for a brain?
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're going to build a house. You're not going to hire a doctor to build your house.
Right.
And I also work with a company that the gentleman I know who owns it will go out and get the flood quotes for me. He does the quotes for the government. He writes the papers for the government. He's the top guy in the country on flood. So I deal with somebody who knows what's going on, and he will look at the house and know from every detail of the house which policy belongs to that house.
So if someone's shopping for a home and they come across a home, let's just say it's one of my clients, on a weekend, how quickly can we get an idea of what the flood, so they can make an offer, especially in this fast-paced real estate market, so they can get an idea of what's going on? How quickly can you help a buyer assess whether or not it's the right property for them in regards to flood insurance?
An hour.
An hour. So in a very short period of time, if you're working with a real estate professional and you're shopping for a home and you get the general feel that it is in a flood insurance, Allen would know if you are, which zone you're in, and after a pretty quick conversation, how much it might cost you.
Yeah.
Okay? Invaluable.
Yeah, no, you want to know that going in. It's just like bringing an inspector to the house who I know what's going on that way too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So also on that vein, as far as flood insurance, is it transferable from seller to buyer? Is there a time period? Let's just say you bought your home a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
You're reselling it now, 12 months later. Can an insurance policy be transferred to a new owner in such a short period of time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so there's no grandfather or time frame?
No, there's no time frame.
Or anything like that?
Yeah, as long as the company up front said it was okay to transfer, yeah.
Okay, that a lot of folks will ask that. As far as and think about this, you asking it when you're shopping for your home, asking, is the current seller's insurance transferable? In many cases it can be.
Yes.
And in many cases it will save you money. What else could be thought about or considered when talking to an expert about flood insurance or homeowners insurance in general?
Well, in general, with any kind of insurance, you want to make sure that the coverage is actually the right coverage for the home, the amounts. They have dwelling replacement, and you want to make sure that's covering to replace your house. That's important. The other thing is too is you want to be with the right insurance company. A lot of people think, well, I'll go through the state. It's cheaper. Yeah, it might be cheaper through the state, but again, it's the old thing of you get what you pay for. One of the big things I find with the state is if there's a hurricane that comes through, or a windstorm, and it could be a light windstorm, oh, it's a hurricane. So now you're going to a higher deductible when you have a problem with the house because they try to go as cheaply as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, number one with insurance companies is service. I want to know when I pick up that phone, there's someone there to help me. It's not a state employee who just really doesn't know anything about insurance.
I'll make sure that Alan's cell phone number is posted below so you can pick up the phone and speak directly to a person that's in the know
Yes,
all the time.
I'm always available on weekends, on nights. I talk to people 10 at night. I've done that plenty of times.
Yep.
You can call me 3 in the morning. I won't have khaki pants on like the other commercial. I am available all the time.
And that's great to know.
Yeah,
it's that peace of mind.
It's important. I was brought up by a father who owned his own business. And he used to deliver it here in the garage. He used to deliver the cars to people's houses, pick them up in their houses, any day and night, whatever he did. That's how I work. I'm a local Cape Cod guy. I lived in Falmouth for over 14 years. I know the area. And it's important when you have a house down here, especially a second home and you're not around, that you can call somebody for an emergency.
There you go. So you know what? That alone is, again, peace of mind. You choose the people you work with because they know the area, they live in the area, they feel responsible for
It's true.
for their clients, who become friends in many cases too. So we really hope that this touch on flood insurance here in Cape Cod resonates with you, is looking to solve some of your questions or problems. And if not, post down below and I'll have Alan reach out to you directly. And we really appreciate you taking the time to listen. And if you like this video and would like to see more, please like and subscribe to my channel. Again, Allen Gellerman with William Ravis Insurance. Thank you again for joining me.
Pleasure.
And I can't wait to have him back. So there you have it. 5 top things to consider when buying a home or inquiring about flood insurance here in Cape Cod. So if you'd like to know more information, please leave a comment below. And also don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow my channel. Happy to share everything about Cape Cod any day. Have a great time. Bye now.